Rob, the Raiders fan who I'm kind of hating right now after the draft, Rob Raider.
Haters, what up?
Hey, the super producer, man, of all producers, man, Henny, the great Skywalker.
The other Raider in the building. Yeah.
Yeah,
Raiders,
Oh, oh,
and the king,
yeah.
Raiders.
and the king that they call the king, King T of all kings. What's going on, brother?
Have no fear. The king is here, and it's Cleveland Browns. No matter what they do,
Ew,
winner, winner.
ew, ew. The
Cleveland
dog
Brown.
pound, ew.
I was
And
born in Ohio, man.
oh Lord, have mercy, man. And of
Terrible.
course, the we got to shout out the VI Massive Soldier Bless, who is doing
Soldier.
his thug thizzle. You know what I mean? He stays on the road, he stays in the airs, and doing what he does. Man, I'm seeing this say upload. I hope this isn't going to interrupt us again.
I don't know. It's
Either
still
way,
showing that it's live. Let me see here. It's live on the Facebook on the book right now.
okay. Hey, that's good. Well, hey, welcome back to another week of the Hot Mango Sea podcast, man. If you're new here, if you are tuning in for the first time, man, we are a long running podcast, been running since like 2022, I think, or 2021, one of the
Long
two.
time.
You know, we are the platform that drills down to the seed and pulls back the layers on everything relating to things like cryptocurrency, the marijuana industry, the gaming industry. We dive into politics and entertainment, music, as we're all musicians here, cooking, so many things that are above and below the sun. So, how are y'all doing, man? Another week.
Doing all right, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chilling.
I'm. You said chilling. I'm doing great, brother. Like every day, I always tell people every day of lives a good day. I got that from Scarface, but I've been using it as my own saying because I truly believe it, man. In my life, I've had more than one situation where tomorrow was definitely looking like it wasn't promised, and so to be able to sit here with my brothers and my sister and share our mindset with the world, man. Like I don't think life can get much better than that.
Man, it's true. And I just got to take, what Henny says. I'm doing okay. I feel like that is the theme of this year, of last year. It's like, it's not like, are you doing great? Well, what's wrong? What's going on? It's like, are you okay?
Yeah.
That's kind of what the goal is right now, to just be okay. Because man, the headlines every day are just filled with craziness, with wildness, you know?
Ridiculousness.
Ridiculousness, man. And we live in a ridiculous place. We all are here in Florida, right? And I had a story of
Don't get
Florida.
no more ridiculous than that.
I was gonna
Nope.
say.
Coming from a Florida native at that.
Yeah, the
Hilarious.
pinnacle.
And so I had a Florida news story for y'all. And ironically, you would think like, oh, it's gonna be funny like we usually do, but actually this is a warning of for Floridians, for us, So are y'all familiar? I'm sure you're familiar with Burmese pythons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah,
Burmese
big
pythons.
boys.
So yeah, so if you don't know anything about Florida, you're about to learn. So Florida is home to millions of gators and several different species of snakes, in particular Burmese pythons. So Burmese pythons are an invasive species that are well established in Florida. And in Florida, these snakes have always been known, at least to my attention, to be found in South Florida, mainly in and near the Florida Everglades.
Mm-hmm.
Swamp.
Now, yeah, the swamp. And why? Because the pythons they live in tropical rainforests, near streams, grasslands, swamps, and rocky foothills. And this is mainly because they survive best when they're in warm climates. So I know you're wondering, why are you talking about Burmese pythons?
Oh, I
And
know
why?
why.
Did you
Yeah.
buy a python?
Oh, you'll never see me with a python. You won't even see me at the fair with a yellow python holding. Come take a picture. No. So the reason I'm telling you this is because in recent years, pythons have been spotted further up north, as far as Jacksonville. And
Mm-hmm.
what blows my mind, right, is that the reason we're seeing them closer is because scientists are saying that these snakes might actually be adapting to cold weather.
I believe
Ooh,
that.
So basically, over time, the snakes that survive the colder temperatures are the ones that are now reproducing.
Yeah.
And so now you've got this new generation of pythons that are actually built to naturally handle colder temperatures. So when you think of Florida, right, like I was saying, South Florida, mainly down by the Everglades, and outside of the Everglades is where you'll see the iguanas, you'll see the snakes, and I mean, gators are everywhere. But as time has kind of evolved in global warming, the temperatures are getting colder in the state of Florida.
yes.
Yeah.
Like, and what blows my mind is when I first moved here and I talked to all of y'all, especially Blessed, I was like, man, you're not going to sit here and play in my face and tell me that it gets cold in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
It
you
always
just
has.
see, and nobody told me that. Nobody convinced me of that. Let me say it
Yeah.
that way.
That winter's always
Yeah.
been my favorite time of year since I was a kid. It used to get even colder.
I
That's
moved to Florida
crazy,
to get away from winter, but
Oh,
right?
you moved you there.
I found out Florida was cold sometimes when I was in Ranger School in the
Yeah.
military, and
Ah,
we did swamp phase when it was just now about to be winter time.
Mm.
And so we walked through the swamps all night, and then we'd find little somewhat dry spots and take like 15 minutes, sleeps and wake up and there's ice all over us.
what?
From the being out there in the swamps, being wet in that cold weather, man. Like it,
Yep.
it stunned me because I'm like, this can't be Florida,
Yep.
but
Now,
it
now,
was.
what part of Florida was that?
It was at Eglin Air Force Base in the swamp around that area.
Where I don't even know where that's at. Is that
Yeah,
so?
I
I
don't know.
know.
That's that.
Yeah, see,
They shipped us down there. We was there, but it's at Eglin Air Force Base.
yeah, because
that's
like where
that's
go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that's the swamp phase of Ranger School right there.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, because I always
Yep.
know Florida has three parts. Miami, Central, and then South
Oh,
Georgia.
okay. You were Eglin is
Yes.
near Pensacola, so you was all the way up north. It gets really
Pensacola.
cold
Yeah,
up
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
that's
gets
Pensacola.
really
Yeah.
cold in the Panhandle.
and I call
Yep.
that South Georgia. I will always call it South Georgia. But to so to kind of continue on to this, right? So there's even more to this, right? So as I was saying, like these snakes are reproducing, the ones that are surviving the cold, and so now there's what's called behavioral plasticity, and these snakes are actually getting smarter. So scientists are also saying that they're learning the warning signs for when cold temperatures are coming, and they're learning new survival tactics. So in other words, they're adjusting their behavior to survive the cold weather, like finding warmer spots and staying underground for longer, like which is crazy to me. So in
Right.
summary, so in summary, Burmese pythons are evolving and they're adapting in real time. So they're saying that within 5 to 10 years, we may be seeing pythons more commonly throughout Florida, but of course, near their habitat like streams, grasslands, swamps, and then rocky hills.
Yeah.
Because what's interesting, and as I was kind of researching this, what's interesting about Burmese park, I cannot say Burmese pythons. Like I've been
Burmese
struggling.
pythons.
Burmese python. So what's interesting about them, right, is like they're not from Florida.
They're not native at all to Florida.
What, for real?
These
That's crazy.
they are naturally native to India, Lower China, the Malay Peninsula, and in some islands in the East Indies. And
Mm-hmm.
so what happened was, and this is like bring it all the way back to a Florida man because I know this was a Florida man, and you
Oh,
could probably already understand where I'm going. So
Mm-hmm.
they were introduced to Florida in the 70s and the 80s when they were imported as an exotic pet. The owner who owned one couldn't handle it because it got so big. So what did they do? They released it in the wild and then it reproduced. And
Yep.
that's why Florida has pythons, Burmese pythons.
but what
Yep.
did if it was the only one? What
It
did
wasn't the only one. It
Yeah.
wasn't the only one.
okay,
So
okay.
people can't handle the snakes. They would take them out to the Everglades and release them.
Yeah.
Release
Thinking
'em.
like,
So somebody dropped theirs off and another dropped theirs off,
And then they
met
met. And they was like, "Hey, what's up, bro? You from India?
Then it was
Me
meant to
too."
be.
Like,
hey, we should make this our home. Like,
I kind of like this. I kind of
Yeah.
like this.
Oh,
It's not
boy.
bad. It's not bad. Like,
Wow,
so
wow.
so I'm curious, right, Rob? Let's say you're walking outside of your car and you got a Burmese
Burmese.
python. Burmese, I can't say it. You got it right under your car, right under the door where you got to get in. Are 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 you? Do you drive that car anymore, or do you? Are you? What are you
I'm
gonna
probably
do?
calling y'all over for a grilled surprise.
Hey,
Oh,
yeah.
so you take the Florida man approach. You're that's some good eating. It gotta
I
be.
could definitely see
I
Rob
mean,
Thick meat.
at least
trying to.
at least a week to a month worth, depending on how big that thing is. So
Yeah.
you know,
And they pretty
Anybody
fat.
ever ate python? How's
I've
it
ate
taste?
snake before.
I've had snake.
Yeah.
I've had
Vietnam
snake.
probably or
I haven't had
somewhere
I
like
haven't
that.
had a python, but I've had snake.
Yeah, I've had snake. I didn't have no python.
Hmm.
I am clutching my pearls. I've never
Like
had snake. I've never wanted to taste it.
It's just
everything
like
tastes like
alligator.
chicken.
Tastes like chicken fish. Like
Everything tastes
Yeah,
like
alligator.
chicken.
yeah, chicken fish.
Chicken fish. Yeah.
That's what
Alligator
alligator.
too. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
chicken
Yeah.
fish.
Fried snake, boiled snake,
Snake
poached snake,
kebabs.
Grilled
grilled
snake.
snake, snake
Oh
skewer,
man. Snake skewers.
Now,
Snake
now I want to
rolls.
try some snake. I
saute
want some more
snake,
steak. Snake.
snake
I wonder,
omelet.
Snake steak.
is it even legal to cook python?
I don't know.
Depending on like
What?
how many is in the area or anything like that. What is the
Yeah.
preservation whatever thing of the snakes?
Yeah.
If it turns into an
Sure.
invasive species, then they usually
It's
open it
open
up
game.
for
Yeah.
open game to try to get the numbers to go
Ah,
down. So if it does become I don't know if it is, but if it does become an
it
invasive
is.
It's
species,
invasive.
it is. Yeah, then
Yeah.
that means soon we might be getting these restaurants that got the python stew.
Snake sushi, python
Snake.
sushi.
Because what's crazy is they have contests, they have challenges in Florida all the time. That like who can go and find the most pythons.
The biggest
So I
size
wonder-
and all that, yeah. They
I
even
saw
made
an
a
Yeah.
TV
article.
show about
I
it.
saw an article saying that I think they were thinking about doing killer robots, rabbits
Killer robot rabbits?
for the pythons.
Oh, to just send them out?
Yeah, robot rabbits. Or
Ah,
some
so
shit. Who knows,
So the python will go after the rabbit, and the rabbit turn around and go
You
X-Men
shoot
on him.
it, bow.
Yeah, I like how that sounds.
No,
They
let
need to
me tell
record
you.
that shit. They
No,
need to
let me
record
tell
it.
you let me tell you what happened. That python will say, "Come here, rabbit. Come here, rabbit. Come here, rabbit."
And then the rabbit explodes.
Yep.
Yeah.
But here's the
Like,
thing though,
yeah.
the rabbit don't breathe if it's a robot. The
Yeah.
python gets you because
Yes.
every time you breathe, it squeezes the space away. So every time you try to catch a breath, your space is being closed in to the point where you
Ah.
start suffocating.
Man,
But if
please.
it's a robot, it ain't breathing. It ain't breathing in, so it's not getting that. It still can squeeze them, but it's not getting that extra
That
extra
would work.
effect going in
That would
there.
actually work if they made those robot rabbits bombs. So when it
So
squeezed
it's-
it,
Oh
bah!
man,
It's actually
What?
it's real. It's robot rabbits or something like that. That's what it is.
I
Robot
think I saw
rabbit
something about that. Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
saw it on the news or some shit, or maybe I was just
I haven't
extremely
seen
in,
that.
in this clouds at
That's
the
what's
time.
Man, when I tell you like top 5 ways to go, like
Uh,
being suffocated by a python.
would
Yeah,
suck.
Oh my gosh,
that would be terrible, man.
bruh. Just a thought. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, and a
That's crazy.
python can fit a whole human in them.
So,
When the
so,
pythons get big, they can fit a whole human inside of them.
so if y'all, I think I asked y'all this before. Like I seen that meme where it's like there's a door and there's $1 million on the other side of the door where there's a python right there. Are y'all
We're going
going for
for
the
it.
money? Yeah.
Yeah, you
Are you
grab
going
the
for what?
tail,
You gonna grab it?
grab it by the tail and pull it out.
Man. What
That's the
about
way
you?
you
And
gotta do it.
I'm gonna follow Henny through the door while she grab it by the tail.
Right?
I'm gonna go around the outskirts and secure the bag for us.
I'm gonna
Grab
be
the
on
snake.
I'm gonna be on Henny's shoulders. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna say, Henny, look, I'll give you most of the money. Just give me a little something.
It's gonna be Rob and Henny.
That's
That's
the
it. They're
key,
gonna be out there
man.
fighting
Stay
the
away
snake.
from his face and you good. Cause I mean,
Yeah.
while Burmese pythons, they're big, so they do move a little slower. But the key to most snakes is to not let the face be facing you. Get the tail and you pull it, and it's trying to get away,
But I would
And then
just
grab,
be,
and then grab the head.
and then grab the head.
Yeah,
You
and
probably
then
need
like that.
bite it.
two hands for the Burmese python. They got that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
See, that's
the
just
plan is we send Henny out first,
Or get a clamp.
and then,
Get one of the lasso clamps and just around the neck. Yeah.
see, I
Like you
feel
do
like
an alligator.
I could feel like I feel like I would have all these instructions in my mind, and the minute I see that python, I'd be like,
They gone.
uh,
All the instructions out the other side.
I don't want to do it. I'm good being broke. Hey. But yeah, that's kind of crazy, man. Another subject, man. I know y'all been hearing about this Michael Jackson movie.
Yeah. I gotta go see
Yes.
it.
Mixed,
Y'all want
yeah,
to see
your
it?
mixed reviews.
I need to see it.
I'm not planning to see it.
I'm planning to
Man.
see it.
Yeah.
I'm not planning to see either.
I'm
Well,
definitely
look,
planning to see it. They got
that.
Domingo playing Joe. I gotta see that. I gotta see that.
Well, man, while y'all may not be planning to see it, but the
Yeah.
2026 biopic has broken records with an
Yeah.
estimated
I heard.
global opening weekend total of over 217 million to
What?
218 million. Yeah, the film earned approximately 97 million in North America and 120 million internationally. It was
Wow.
a record-breaking opening for a biopic, and this marks the biggest opening weekend for any biopic in history, surpassing Bohemian Rhapsody and then
Oh wow.
Oppenheimer. And then for box office success, the film quickly recovered a significant portion of its reported 200 million budget with its opening weekend. That's crazy. I didn't know it was a 200
Wow.
million dollar budget.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
But why? Go ahead.
You were gonna say, but why? Why what?
Yeah, I'm interested. Why? Because I'm like Hitty. I'm going to see that for sure. I'm getting out
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
there before these. I'm about to say these
I'm
niggas
I'm
before
letting them
they
go.
in there with, yeah, before the people in there and they want to do all that. But I'm
Yeah.
interested, Rob
Yeah.
and T. Why don't you want to see this biopic?
You want to
Well,
go
I
first,
I've
Rob?
seen the people acting a fool already at the movie theaters. One,
Yeah,
people dancing in front of the screen while you're watching the movie.
That's why you
yeah,
lit.
I
yep.
don't want that at all.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's
Two,
what.
For real.
the whole controversy with this man's life. It's I
Yes.
don't like how they're using it as a display and trying to make more money off this man. It's almost like let him rest in peace. They could have waited longer for this, but
You think?
hey, it is what it is.
So
I'll
my
probably check it out when it probably comes to streaming or something like that. But to the movies, nah, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that.
so my theory is, and mine is a little different than it sounds like everyone else's. Um, I always I can't say he did the bad things they claimed he did because I don't know. I didn't see no. But what I can say is I always No, I think Michael was an exceptional, probably the best pop artist ever, right? No question in my head about that. But it's hard for me to separate the artist from them still being a human being and things that they do. And I truly believe that in my mind, and I hope to God I am 1,000% wrong, but I feel that, so I can say whatever, but I feel that he did some stuff to them kids. And I could be 1,000% wrong. I pray that I am, but I can't help how I feel about the whole thing. And because of that, I can't separate the artist from what I believe they did, whether I'm right or wrong. I can't separate that, and so I can't support anything that would go to fund him. Now, with that being said, when my kids were younger, I had them dancing to Michael and singing to Michael. But as things were starting to really make what I think made sense, eventually I just stopped playing his music, and I don't stop them from playing it. But just like the R. Kelly situation, like I can't. Even when he was with Aaliyah, I was like, how is that even right? Ain't that illegal? And everybody's like, no, man, it's blowing it off. And I'm just like, and I love his music, but I can't support them people. You know what I mean? I can't. I just can't do it.
Definitely the adult in you. I can see that. I remember thinking, like, man, isn't Aaliyah my age? Like when she was with R. Kelly, I remember that. Like,
yeah, Leah was 15. I was so surprised at like how nonchalant everybody was acting with that. I'm just like, something's off about that.
Now, Henny, what about you makes you want to go see it? Like, especially in the theater.
That's Michael Jackson, man. Let me tell you, Michael Jackson had all the game. That's why I'm going to see it. I need to go watch that. I've seen every Michael Jackson biopic, even the Flex one, and I want to see.
That was the best one.
I want to see the new one because I love The American Dream. That Jackson 5 movie was my favorite of all time. Yeah. So, I mean, Moonwalker was my shit too. I love Moonwalker, but I really want to see how good his nephew does. Honestly, I want to see that.
Yeah, see, same with me. Like, I'm excited, but I'm a bit of Henny and Rob. It's like I'm probably going to see the movie right before it goes to Netflix and all of that, because there's no way. I know I will crash out if somebody's dancing and coming in there and talking and trying to be funny and loud. Like, that is just, I hate that.
I can't. People was in the theater laughing when Joe was abusing them and stuff, and I was like, I can't be in there for stuff like that.
That's crazy.
A bunch of people in there dressed like Captain Crunch. Like, nah, bro.
Yeah. Nah. See, I'm just weird.
Yeah, that's how they in there dressed. Because they don't have the fit like Mike had. They had a Captain Crunch dress. Yeah, I'm good, bro. Yes.
I prefer a theater where it's like, man, I got the whole row to myself, and there's like 3-4 people in between, seats in between. Like, I couldn't do it.
I don't like being in full theaters either. I don't need none of y'all seeing how wild I be eating that popcorn. Like,
my popcorn don't make it past the first 15 minutes. Man.
Right,
it's all gone. I be like, which one of y'all ate this?
Candy and drink halfway done.
Right. Yep. It's crazy when you gotta tell yourself to chill when they ain't even started the trailer, and you're already digging in the bag like
already.
You trying to wrap the bag up and put it under the seat. Maybe if I take it out of my sight, I'll be okay. Like,
yeah, you reach for it.
Yeah, before you know it. Oh man, but. Hey, thank you right now for anybody who's tuned in, man. Again, we're the Hot Mango Seed Podcast, man. We are all friends. We've been kicking it and doing this for a while, man. You can follow us on our social media platforms, on Twitter, on TikTok, on Facebook, Instagram, all of those things. And we're here to really just kind of give you some lighthearted thoughts to think about, you know what I mean? And it's like I was talking to T just earlier, man, and it's like all of us, it's so hard sometimes to tune out, right? To unplug, because it's like wherever you go, these days you're gonna run into something negative, right?
Right.
Yes.
wherever you go. I don't care if you're like, all right, I'm gonna go watch some funny videos on TikTok, something pops up. You say, I'm gonna go to Twitter and go see what's up, something pops up. You turn on the news and it's just everywhere. So
Yeah.
come here, man. Come here and we'll talk about the hard stuff, but we'll also talk about the light stuff.
Hello.
You know what I mean? Hello. But Henny,
Hello.
what was you talking about Ocean Gate? I don't know
Oh
what.
man.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me see.
yeah, because I'm not
So
even familiar.
yeah, so the Ocean Gate submarine, of course, everyone knows it imploded.
Hmm.
But these guys, to make it crazier, they returned the victims' bodies.
There was a body
They
left?
what? They returned the bodies.
Yeah, so they did like some special stuff and DNA tested all of the matter that they found on the ocean floor, and
Hmm.
they put them in shoe boxes and gave it back to the family.
Oh, you're
Oh,
kidding me.
So, like it says the Ocean Gate Titan victims' bodies were returned to grieving families as slush in shoe boxes, and that
Wow.
happened like 9 months after, the implosion.
damn.
I was like, they
Wow.
gave them slush, like that's crazy.
That is
It's
crazy.
so hard not to
Tasteless.
laugh. I'm only laughing
Tasteless.
because of Henny. But
Yeah,
I mean, you think it's tasteless?
yeah,
Yeah, to send crushed
Especially
bodies,
slush.
like just let them rest on
slush,
the sea or something,
like
or give them, don't send them something like that. They're already
yeah,
tormented by the fact that they know that their families were inside a box and got crushed, and now you're gonna
Right.
send them mush, which is
But
their family.
but what about the people who want something to remember them by?
They
What
could have
about the
made it
people
more
who?
presentable.
Not no slushy.
Yeah, they could have
Okay.
made it more presentable in some way. Something that
yeah.
dry it and turn them into ash or something. But you know, come on, I don't want no
Slush.
body parts. I don't. It ain't even body parts either. It's like skin
Slush,
pieces.
just
Yeah,
mush.
like that don't even make sense.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Yeah,
and
I
then the
was
little
wondering.
shoe boxes, like, come on, man.
Yeah, that okay. Now thinking about it, that is kind of wild. I always wondered too, like of like no, I'm not gonna go there.
Go there, LaRue. Go there.
I stopped fast in my tracks.
You should go there.
You're overshared. But yeah, that's interesting, man. Like, and I know the dude, right? The dude is the one who like talked them into going and confidently
Yep.
told. I watched that documentary,
Yeah.
It was the CEO, right?
Mm-hmm.
and they were telling him we're hearing
Yeah.
knocks when it goes deeper, and he's like, "No, we're gonna do it anyway," or something, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
somebody
I
should
don't
So
know,
have
the
but I know
called
they
controller,
that
had
man
a.
and
it
brought
was
that
like
joint back up.
it was a cheap 360 controller. They were using.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
They should have wrestled homeboy down and took that remote and went right back up, dog. Like, yeah,
Let me
nah.
tell you, if I just paid you $100,000 for a submarine ride and you show up in the captain's seat with a remote control that looked like it came
Hmm.
from, nah, we ain't going nowhere. That's
That should have been the
we
red
ain't
flag
going
right
nowhere.
away.
That's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah, the way
like
my
I'm all for
Xbox controller
evolution.
be disconnecting, you crazy, bro. Like,
For
Yeah,
real.
you know that's it.
gosh, yo.
Batteries go dead. Ooh, Lord, they trust the wrong person.
And they're talking about anybody got double A's. Anybody got
Right.
double A?
That's
Yo, like
crazy.
I'm looking at it
Like,
now. If y'all know what a Mad Catz controller is, that's what it looks like. Them
Let's look
off-brand
at that up.
controllers.
yeah, no.
Let's look that
But
up.
in all honesty, like I feel sorry for the families, and
Yeah.
I don't think anybody should have died, but the CEO, he should have known better. Like
Oh
he put
no.
people's lives at risk. He knew there was something that was off, and you know what I mean. Like rich people do. I hate to say it, but rich people they try to take advantage of other people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's he was taking advantage of other rich people, and it hit him.
Or
Unfortunately.
is it his ego that he so much wanted to be the first, right? I want to be the first. I think he was trying to get down to see the Titanic or something. And and
Uh,
and that was the thing. He was like wanted to be the first. It was all ego driven, and they were like, "You can't do it like this.
yeah.
Tin box isn't gonna make it."
He
But
did it a couple
Like what?
times.
Why are they so addicted
You
for
said he.
looking for the Titanic ship, like the pieces of the ship? They're just so addicted. about that
Yeah.
shit.
Bruh, I saw it in the 80s. I was fine. I don't have to go see it live. I saw it in the 80s when it was still really intact. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to go see it. Like, shout out to Robert Ballard. Robert Ballard. Right, the movie was great, but Robert Ballard, he had a submarine called the Argo. That thing was back in the 80s. He found so many shipwrecks with that thing. We talking about military grade submarine though.
Okay.
And he wrote these books. I was in elementary school. I had went to the book fair, the Scholastic joint. And I remember begging my mom. I was like, I need some money. And she was like, what you need money for now? I was like, it's the book fair. I was like, I had to go to the book fair. I told her I wanted these books. She gave me money. And when I came back to the house with the Titanic book from Robert J. Ballard, and then I brought back the Bismarck book, same guy, Robert Ballard. And he has like all of this very good footage of him going to these places, taking pictures. So like the Titanic movie, when they have like those scenes when it was underwater, I'm 100% sure they contracted him to get that image because he had all of that stuff. And that was in the 80s. I studied Titanic and Bismarck like I was gonna be graded on it. I was addicted to shipwrecks for a long time, and it was his fault. It was his fault.
That's so cool though.
Yeah.
If you got a chance and they auctioned off a piece of the Titanic and you had enough money to get it, would you buy a piece?
Hell no. I don't need that. That is not my history. I just enjoyed reading and learning about it. Nah.
Facts. All right.
I don't need that.
Yeah. You know what? I'm wondering if you guys need this. Do you know that on May 7th, French Montana and Rick Ross are going to be in a versus battle? Are you for it?
Nope.
I'll watch it. I mean, it's gonna be weird, but I'll still look at it.
Yeah.
Nope.
I'll
Why
watch it.
not?
I think he said it's gonna be weird. Rob, what's up? Why you say no, brother?
Yeah.
Oh, well, because I'm, if y'all know, I'm a huge DMX fan, and
Yeah.
even he said it. All the nigga do is make music about food. The beats are fire, but I'm not a Ross fan. And French Montana is only because I've been listening to French Montana since like the Coke Wave days, early days with him and Max B on the mixtape with him and Dame
Yeah.
Grease was the producer. French Montana, he was good on the mixtape days, and then the industry happened, and then he's only been good when he's literally featuring on songs. So the whole
Dated a
battles pretty
Kardashian,
much
boy.
would be featured artists and Montana and featured artists versus Rick Ross and MMG
And his featured artists, because they both like.
and all
Dude,
that.
that's such a good point.
I'm really it's not. I'm just gonna say it's not for me. Honestly, just leave it at that. But yeah, I'm good.
I feel like it would be a lit club night. Like to be there
It is.
and for them to play their music, that'd be a lit club night. Because when I think of them, I think of the music that go crazy in the club. But there's not ever a time where I'm like, I mean, and I'm a Rick Ross fan, but there's
Oh,
never
and
a
both
time.
of them got that song. Don't stop, pop, don't stop. Hey, what? Yes.
Hey, now,
What
I'm,
you say, T?
I'm gonna watch it only because I want to see the circus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it. But for French Montana, every time I don't look for his music, but every time I've heard his music, I've enjoyed the level of good energy, right?
Yeah.
Rick Ross though, I kind of like I be hating on people for no reason, I guess. But with Rick Ross, with Rick Ross, like okay, so as somebody that really did running them streets, to see somebody make a career talking about somebody else's life as if it's theirs.
All right.
It's like every time I hear his songs, the songs are dope, but then in my head it's like this is a fake ass dude. Like I can't get it out of my head. Every time I hear Rick Ross, the first thought in my head is this nigga was a CO.
You see,
You know what I mean? He was. I mean, he could have been a bad CO, but at the same time, he wasn't no Freeway Ricky. He wasn't no the original Rick Ross. He wasn't the real one. but his whole career was built on his persona. And so every time I hear him talk about all that stuff, in my head it's like, that's a fake dude. Like I wouldn't even follow that dude. Yeah. But I do want to see, because he puts on a show. So I do want to see the clown show. I do want to see the craziness he's probably gonna pull up. But
the big fur coats.
Yeah, he's big time. He's got the money and all that now.
Yeah.
But he wasn't no Rick Ross.
What about you, Henny? Are you tuned in?
I mean, I'll try. I mean, it depends on when it is, what time it come on. Like, maybe.
Oh man, there's a mosquito.
What are you fighting over there?
Got you. Sorry.
The room's having a battle over there, yo. You went to war. What you?
Yo, it flew by me, and then you know how, and then it flew under the table, and I could not. I just had to know. I was just like, where'd he go? Where'd he go? He right there now. But yeah, I think it'd be a lit club night.
Definitely.
But I think Rob has such a good point though. Like their biggest songs, in my opinion, besides some there's some French Montana big songs too, but most of them are features.
Ain't worry about none. Yeah.
I would have rather seen. I think when I think of Rick Ross, though, I think he's on a larger scale than French Montana. I would have rather seen.
Yeah, definitely.
Future and Rick Ross. I think that
would have been great.
That would have been cool. But Future would have drowned him out, I think.
Yeah, Future would have wiped him.
Yeah, Future would have wiped him.
Future would have wiped him. Yeah.
Catalog is not strong enough for a versus.
Yeah, I agree, and I think and I also kind of knowing Rick Ross's personality, I bet you that's why he accepted a French Montana, because I'm sure like you ain't gonna go head to head with T.I., you ain't gonna go head to head with Future, you're not gonna go head to head with some other names or Boosie. I don't even think he can go head to head with Boosie on a scale. Well, that might have been a good one.
Oh, Boosie and Ross would have been straight.
That would have been alright.
Yeah, that would have been straight.
Yeah. Well, that's on May 7th. It's a Thursday, so if you want to see it, make sure you tune in.
Okay,
I'll definitely be tuning into that. I want to see the show. I want to see the craziness.
Yeah, but you know what I want to see, and this is a segue. I want to see them finally start to pull some people out of prison that are in jail for marijuana. All right.
Yes.
Because finally, marijuana is making headway, right? And I'm going to break this down. So recently, the Justice Department made a huge move to reclassify marijuana under federal law. So marijuana, for you that probably know, has been sitting in the same category as drugs like heroin for decades, and that's called
crazy.
And that's called Schedule 1. Basically,
but it's only medical marijuana.
Yeah,
not all marijuana, just medical marijuana. Yeah.
And Rob already jumped. We got the botanist. He's gonna give us all the exacts, but jumping ahead, yeah, he's right. It's only gonna be for medical marijuana. So basically, the government is saying that when it was a Schedule 1, they're saying that we do not accept it for medical use, and they considered it high risk. But now they're moving marijuana, and like Rob mentioned, especially medical marijuana and state-regulated marijuana into Schedule 3. And this is a big deal because Schedule 3 includes things like ketamine and certain steroid drugs that are controlled, but they're recognized as having medical use and lower risk. So this move, dropping it to a Schedule 3, opens the door for scientists to legit do medical research on marijuana. And it also helps cannabis businesses in a major way with taxes and all kind of other things.
Bunch of
tax breaks. But the kicker is that it's not going to be nationally legalized, but simply saying that the government finally sees the value of marijuana for medical treatment. So my question for y'all is...
Allegedly.
My question for y'all is, do you see this as like this is still not nearly enough, right? To move marijuana forward, or do you see this as like, no, this is a big deal? Like, what? How do you view this?
I mean, I view it like it's a step in a good direction. I'm guessing, but I
Yeah,
mean, it ain't a big deal to me. I'm gonna do it legally or illegally.
right.
So.
Sense it. Right.
Hey, oh man. My thing is, I definitely think it's a move forward. And you know, it'd be nice if they did all the way, as opposed to not just medical,
Yeah.
but into the recreational.
Yeah.
But every little step forward is a step forward, right? And you take the battle, you win the battle, and then you move forward a little bit later. And I think this will, you know, not only just help businesses, it will help lower the price because it'll be easier for businesses to get into and to deal with. And so it will lower the price for those that actually need the medical marijuana. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think that'll help the price, you know, get a little lower. And then hopefully, like I said, when it gets to recreational, you know, it'll be, you know, in a good means.
Yeah, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, Rob, but I mean, just you chiming in, I'm guessing that you've been kind of following this. Is there
Yeah.
anything else about this, that I didn't mention, or like, what's your thought on it?
Oh no, it's good, but of course this affects more of the rich people, especially in certain states like Florida,
Right.
and the struggle or the tight grip that Curaleaf has on the marijuana market down here.
Mm,
It's going to give a lot, especially because you got to put in an application right now in order to reclassify under the Schedule 3 for a lot of these businesses. And that way you can start getting these tax breaks. So a lot of these big chains are about to start eating massive. So you're gonna start seeing even more deals probably on marijuana, like on your cards and stuff like that. Hopefully, you get some
really?
kickback from that.
Yeah.
And then I think in
Yeah.
June 29th, that's when the DEA is going to look at the whole broader aspect of making marijuana just Schedule 3 period. And then that's what's going to help the legal system and let like a lot of people out who has marijuana charges, unless it's like
Yes.
some shit where you've been trying to ship over like a ton or something. That's
Right,
different. But
trafficking,
like
yeah.
a blunt or something in the car or whatever, or some paraphernalia, they'll let you go. But yeah, this is a decent move in the right and wrong direction at the same time,
Right.
which is a contradiction, but it is what it is. But it's something's happening, so it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
I can't help but think like, are they making these moves and decisions because they see the power of marijuana's like the money that it can bring in? Or are
Well,
they seeing it, yeah. Or are they
well,
seeing
the
it
lady
like,
for Care Leaf work the lady that works or owns Care Leaf. She works on Trump's staff.
Hmm. I was
Mm.
gonna
So
say
this
it's
it's a
political.
possible political move in that aspect, but allegedly, never know. But that's been one of the conversations.
It's political
interesting.
because you know to deliver something on that level, they're trying to time a lot of their big delivery promises, things that they can make happen. They're trying to time those because the elections are coming up. And so, you know, right now, you know, the Republican side is in. They're looking like they're having some trouble, and
Yeah.
so things like this that they could have passed a long time ago, they could have passed this stuff back when Trump was in office the first time. They could have passed this, you know, last year sometime, but they just now starting to put it out right as, you know, the elections are coming up. So, I think it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care what the reason though. I just want it all legal. I don't care if it's because they're being greedy and selfish. If they can make it easier for, you know, the people that actually need marijuana, and I don't just mean medical, because sometimes people need it just to get by on a daily basis, and it has nothing to do with any kind of post traumatic stress or any kind of depression or symptoms of anything. Um, I just think, you know, whether it makes them rich or not, if it can make this world a better place, then by all means, let's make it happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean it's like and I think you're still leaning into medical when you say that, because I mean it's like now, right, you're hearing all this uproar about mental health. All of a sudden,
Hmm.
oh, we're having mental health issues. Well, of course we are. Like, we're all sick and tired of this president. We're sick and tired of the economy and the gas prices and all these things. It's making us, go to a place. But long before that, soldiers were coming home and using marijuana to cope with PTSD. Long
Yep.
before that, people who have illnesses like seizures, they were using marijuana and discovering the impact. People who have long days at work, who have very toxic families, married men and married women with 5, 6 kids, and they need to just unwind. Marijuana's always been there. And it just, for me, it's like when I ask y'all that question, I say it's not enough. I don't think it's
Yeah.
enough. Why are we still in 2026 having a discussion about, oh, are you sure, man? Like, why are you still voting on it? Like the
Yeah.
studies have shown, man. When's the last time a mass shooter was high? When did you find marijuana in his pocket and go, oh, that marijuana got him shooting up places, you know? Not to trigger anybody, but when's the last time there was a car crash and they go, you overdosed on marijuana? Like, none, no time.
Let me tell you,
There's no,
marijuana saves lives. You know how many
right?
people I haven't busted their head because of the calmness that I have received over the years.
Right.
Yeah.
It has so many benefits. And just like, we're alluding to, it's like, man, there are people sitting, I mean, outside of, like Rob mentioned, people who traffic barrels of marijuana across state lines. There's people who are in jail right now doing 5, 10 years for having crumbs and a blunt in their
Yeah.
car or smelling, they may have been on probation and they smelled like marijuana. Now they're back in jail. You know what I mean? For a so-called drug that's being compared to ketamine, it's still not like ketamine and steroids. Like people are still can overdose from ketamine and steroids. They can
Yeah.
have serious health issues. Why is it even still on that level? Like, so I don't think it's enough. And I'm a scream that from the
Yeah.
mountaintop. You know,
I
but but
agree.
it's but it's also, like you said, it's something. It's moving it forward. It's something, and what I love about this new generation, man, is like they're not about to just be like, our fathers and mothers who just was kind of accepting things. They
Yeah.
stand for what they
Hmm.
believe, and I guarantee you, by the time they're our age, marijuana will be in CVS, and marijuana will be in Walgreens. You know what I'm saying? They'll be
Yes,
at
it will.
McDonald's. Can I get a marijuana flavored McFlurry, please? Like,
we're gonna
you know,
we're gonna be picking up Rob special creations at the stores and stuff.
man, easy, easy stuff,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the declassification of marijuana. We'll make sure and stay up to date on that, and then all the marijuana news that there is. And so this is around the time, where we could do some spotlight shout outs. Is there anybody that comes
Yes.
to mind that you guys want to shout out? Things you see doing positivity in the community, uplifting people or whatever it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anybody want to go first before me? Any of
Yeah, I want to
y'all?
shout out all of y'all, especially the
Okay.
Rue and Soldier Bless. Y'all
Yes.
definitely came through in the clutch and helped me film my first short film, and it
Hey.
came out pretty nice. Looks really
Yeah.
good.
See, and
Yeah.
before you go, T and Rob, I want to shout out Henny because that's exactly what I was gonna do. Like, so Henny, I remember Henny shared in our group chat, all the equipment that Henny's got for her journey on becoming a videographer, and it was like, wow, there's
Yeah.
a lot of equipment. Like when she mentioned she's going to study this, I didn't know it was like
Hmm.
that. It is a lot. It's a lot of equipment, but when I
Yeah.
tell you, you know, we shot a short film, and when I tell you Henny had all that equipment going and made me feel I was no longer just her brother LaRue. I was her talent, and she was treating me like her talent, and
Nice.
her professionalism. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And we had some hiccups, and she constantly just was reminding us like, hey, I'm new at this. Thank you for your patience.
Yeah.
And when I tell you the finished product, like I was blown away. So I'm excited, like Rob. I bounce off of Rob's words. I'm excited for the future of your short films and your
No,
work that's gonna come. So shout out to you.
Word.
I appreciate that. But
And,
definitely
and,
thank y'all for y'all help, because y'all definitely helped a lot. Yeah.
Awesome.
that's what's up.
You had a shout
Rob,
out?
you wanna go ahead, Rob?
Uh, Shout out to the whole world.
There you go.
Hey.
Hey,
Yeah.
everybody have fun tonight.
Tonight.
All right.
He took it way back.
Yeah, all right. Wayne Chung tonight. All right. I'd like to give a really big shout out to our brother Quest for Life. For Carlos Quest Capata, for those that see him on social media. This brother has been consistently just putting in work on the radios and behind the scenes. He's created an entire comic book universe of
What?
superheroes. Yeah. Oh
Nice.
man, let me tell you this. When I say he really got it together, I'm talking about over 100 comic books already created. Some of them already on the market being sold, and
Wow.
and in the midst of all this, he's been DJing at Valencia College, and he's been DJing at Rollins College,
Right.
and he was the one that debuted DJ's song, and back in the day, for those that remember, when we
Back
were
in the
doing
day.
the when we were doing the Ozone Rhythm, having those performers come out there and showcase their talent, and it was Conscious Mind Records, it was Quest and his crew, and it was Illogic and his business that all were, and Royalty Entertainment, so Chico Money and Nicole, but Quest was one of the
Nice.
main factors in there. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
he's always kept it 100 with people that have been there for him. That dude is 100 miles an hour businessman, entrepreneur, and inspiring, because we go 100 miles an hour, but we have those moments where things slow down, and sometimes our motivation might start, the wheels slow down in the turning. But then I get
Yeah.
around people like him, or people like LaRue and Rob and Henny and Soldier, and it's almost impossible for that wheel to not kick back up being around people like y'all. You know what I mean? And Quest is one of those people. So shout out to Quest. Much love, much respect, and thank you for everything you do for your people.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Big
Shout
shout
out
out to
Quest.
Quest. Yeah. Quest has always
Shout
been
out
good people. And shout out to the world
the
from
To the
now.
world.
world.
The world.
The
That's the
world.
So,
best shout. And that world shout out is the best shout out ever, Rob. You set the
yeah,
standard too.
World.
You set the bar too high now.
he did.
The world.
But
Universe.
but like we always do, we're gonna go ahead and end with the jewel of the day. Thank you so much, and of course, Soldier Bless will be back with us. Hopefully soon, while he's doing
Yes.
his thing. But we'll continue to be here every other Wednesday. So mark your calendar: 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Pacific time. The jewel of the day today is a question. So, what will people say about you when you're gone? So over the last few days, I watched a Netflix documentary about Hulk Hogan titled Real American. And this
Okay.
is a four-part series about the wrestling icon. And in his later years, leading into his death in 2025. And man, I gotta tell you, it really brought back so many memories for me because I was born in the 80s. I grew up a huge wrestling fan. And I got to witness Hulk Hogan in his prime, right?
Yeah.
And as a kid, he was definitely like a hero to me, and it sounds like to Henny as well.
Yeah.
His image in the 80s and the 90s was untouchable, even through scandals like steroid use, perjury, infidelity with his wife, and then the
Cocaine.
Richard cocaine's a hell of a drug, and the Richard Belzer incident that was on the Hot Properties talk show, which was in 1985.
Yeah.
And the name Hulk Hogan stood strong. But sadly, now the masses won't remember Hulk Hogan for slamming Andre the Giant or
Right.
teaming up with Randy Savage and Queen Elizabeth or shocking the world when he became a bad guy in the WWE with NWO. No, some of us are going to remember his racist comments,
Yeah.
Some of us are going to remember his support for Donald Trump. And because people don't remember what you did as much as they remember how you made them feel. So I ask you again, what will people say about you when you're gone? Hopefully, they'll say that you did right by people and you loved the Hot Mango Seed podcast. We are the Hot Mango Seed podcast, and until next time, be well, stay safe, be blessed, and don't bite into the mango.
Don't bite.
Oh yeah.
Don't bite, nigga.
Oh yeah, brother.
Oh yeah, brother. Hogan was ass.
Hey,
Nah, for me, it's just always gonna be Randy Savage, man. Always.
he was my God.
That's the character of all time, right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I am vengeance, and I am a mango seed.
Yeah.